Well, for the last year, the focus on vaccines has well and truly been on protecting against COVID. But experts are reminding us there's one more jab we need to start prioritising before winter. That is the flu vaccine.
So just how important is it and what do you need to know before you book it in? Today, medical expert today, Dr Nick Coatsworth joins us. How are you this morning?
I'm very well, Ali. How are you?
Are you worried? It sounds like it's going to be a bad flu season.
Oh, look, I mean, we are worried because people are moving around the world and, of course, flu often starts in the Northern Hemisphere winter and we get new flu variants, just like we get new COVID variants, and then it travels down into the Southern Hemisphere with travellers. So, of course, with the borders opening up, we're more worried as health authorities about the impact of flu on our health system and on individuals.
So he's saying shut the borders, is what Dr Nick's
Lock
saying
it down.
this morning.
No, I'm not Premier McGowan. I'm not saying shut the borders.
I feel like last year we just didn't hear about flu at all. Given there was such a low prevalence of it in the community, does that mean that our immunity as a group is kind of down on flu?
Yeah, so we've heard a lot about waning immunity with COVID vaccines, and of course flu is no exception. The immune system is incredible, Charles, and through millions of years of evolution, it retains memory. But that memory can fade, of course. If none of us have been exposed to this virus, it's a really good idea to give ourselves that little bit of extra, that boost, that immune memory, so we're protected against the severe consequences of flu.
OK, so does it work then a little bit like the COVID vaccine, where it doesn't stop you getting COVID, it just ensures that you don't get really sick and perhaps end up in hospital with it?
That's exactly how it works, and particularly important for Australians over the age of 65. But unlike the COVID vaccine, it's available for children from 6 months of age and onwards. And that's an acknowledgement that young children get very, very sick with influenza as well, more so than they do with COVID, in fact.
We've been hearing a lot about this new flu vaccine that protects against different strains of the flu. Who should be getting that?
OK, so there's a sort of more potent flu vaccine. They've all got the same base component, but there's a more potent one for older Australians, and that's just in recognition as, like all our body parts, the immune system gets older as well. It gets less responsive, so you need a sort of super dose of flu vaccine for the older you get.
Is there any drama with getting the flu vaccine, say if you've just had COVID? And what if you're due your booster at this time? Can you get them at the same time or do you have to space them apart?
Well, with the consent forms, of course, it will ask you whether you're sick at the time. And so if you're sick with COVID, you can't get your flu vaccine. But once you've recovered, definitely go get it as soon as possible. Also, you can get the COVID vaccine if you're due for your booster at the same time as the flu vaccine. So it's a good time to get both. I know it's tough to have two vaccines at once. I remember when I went overseas, I had to have about 3, 4 in a row. That was a bit tough too. But
did you cry?
Yeah, I did cry.
Yeah.
I don't like needles.
Like weeping cry, like proper cry?
Lollipop at the end, though, it makes it all easier. Are you concerned because there was been so much focus on vaccines, particularly on the COVID vaccine, and we've made such a deal of population and numbers and all the things over the last couple of years, are you concerned people might just prioritise that and dismiss the flu vaccine as not being necessary or being an unnecessary 5th jab for the year or something like that?
I am concerned about that, this concept of vaccine fatigue. So I think what we're here to do today is actually show people that the flu vaccine is important. And I think what we've done in the past is sort of, rather than, when we compare COVID and flu, people sort of say, oh, you're minimising COVID. That's not the case at all. We're actually elevating flu in people's consciousness because it really is, even though we've lived with it for decades, it really is a severe impact on our health system every winter and can really be harmful to elderly Australians and those who live with chronic conditions.
Are you feeling brave?
I am. Ready to go.
I don't see any lollipops. Dr Nick,
all right, so
come on.
We have our flu vaccines here for Ali and Charles, and they have done their consent forms off air, so we've had a look at that.
Yeah,
and
we've done all of this.
What we're going to do, Ali, is we're just going to count to 3. One,
do it on 2. It's always a good trick.
3.
Go.
Just did it on 2.
Wow, I probably didn't even feel that. And so then now it's like a bit of a chain.
I can't even see where I did it.
There you go. That's how good you are.
go.
Now I'll do Charles.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, you do Charles.
I trust you. This is the relationship we have now.
Okay, whoa! Look at the guns. Can we get a close-up of
Don't need
that?
close-ups of any of that.
Can I do this?
No.
No.
I think we'll just be
I'll put the
careful
lid
with
back
that.
on.
No, do not recap it.
Okay, sorry. I shouldn't have done that. That's terrible.
All right. We'll move over here.
Sorry, hang on.
Just so we can... The camos are
There
going
we
to
go.
hate us for that, aren't they?
There.
And what I might do, just in the meantime, so we do everything correct
flexing of this
and
side.
allow Charles to show his guns for as long
For a
as
little bit
possible
longer.
before the ad break.
More warning about this.
Yeah, no, I'm
Flexing,
actually
flexing.
going to count to 3.
Okay. There we go.
Wow, straight in there. So brave.
Just like that.
Good boy, Charles. Good boy.
And Charles got a little bit of a spot where I could see where I did it, which is helpful. There we go, guys.
There you go.
Well done. And
That was great.
Australians should go out and do the same thing.
Bring
Yeah.
on winter. It is
It was
great.
very easy.
I better go get mine now.
Well, but Ali can do it.
We'll be right, won't we? And to a very, very quick thank you to Complete Corporate Wellness for
Yeah.
providing us with our vaccines this morning. Thanks, Dr. Nick.
It's
you,
a
Dr.
pleasure. No worries, guys.
Appreciate it.